above. All I could ask or think, believe. Yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly far above all I could ask or.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and today is another powerful session. For those that don't know, the Step Out Youth Impact Zone is dedicated for young people between the ages of 12 to 30 years. The idea is for young people in Africa and in diaspora to share their stories to the world. I believe that we have left the sharing of our stories in the hands of other people, but it is time for us to share our own stories, especially young people from the Black race, from Africa, from diaspora. It is time for we to give them opportunity, for them to also have a voice. We believe that, especially in Africa, more of our TV programs and programs that we have on media are not really channeled to young people. And this has really caused them not to have an educational hub that can really help steer their path in terms of their career and vision. And that is what T2i TV has really unfolded. And that is to give a platform to young people for them to share their own stories. And today is not different. I'm going to come to my guest very soon. But before I go on, I want to mention some few sponsors of this program. This program is sponsored and powered by Train to Inspire Consultancy. For those that don't know the full meaning of T2i, T2i means Train to Inspire. And Train to Inspire Consultancy is what is powering all our TV programs. Somebody will say, what is Train to Inspire Consultancy all about? Train to Inspire Consultancy is your business training and consulting firm. That is for all your business startup, your business development, and to help you strategically position yourself in the marketplace. You need Train to Inspire Consultancy. Also, P&Q Personnel. That is your #1 agency for hiring healthcare assistant and nurses based in the UK. If you are a healthcare assistant, or if you are looking for a job as a healthcare assistant in the UK, or you are already a nurse and you are looking for a job, just connect to P&Q Personnel. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics. That is your trusted import and export company based in Accra. Then ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. ZPay Ghana Limited have now launched their ZPay mobile money USSD code, and that is *270#. Just dial and join. You don't need to queue. You don't need to go to an office. You can just do it at the comfort at your home and on your phone. And ZPay says they are bringing freedom to the Ghanaian family, to the Ghanaian fraternity. Just join the ZPay family in terms of mobile money, because they are bringing a difference to the market. And the last is Kudu Business Support. Kudu Business Support is your web or graphic design, app development, and for all your social media management. These are a group of young Africans being put together by a consultant called Conrad Nwanza, and they are helping young skilled Africans to really enter into the job market by giving them opportunities. So if you need a website designer, if you need a graphic designer, somebody that can help you to develop your app, or for your social media management, just connect to Kudu Support. Now, if you want to contact any of them, their telephone numbers are scrolling on the screen. Just take them and connect to them. I always say that if you can tell them that you got it from T2i TV, you are more likely to have a good deal. Now, if you also want to sponsor this program or support this program, this agenda of really bringing education to you for all ages, especially young people, then you are free to do so. There is a number that is scrolling on the screen as well. Just take it and connect. You say, Oscar, I've got this business I want to really sponsor, I want to advertise, we'll be there for you. If you cannot go to main media, come to us and we are going to really help you to build your business. And as a consultancy firm, we are also going to support you to help your business to grow. Now, let me go straight to business. Now, who is on the hot seat today? I've been following her on LinkedIn, and she's doing amazingly well. And I believe that she is one of the young icons that a lot of young people need to follow. Because if me, as an adult, I'm learning from her, then why not you, a young person? We want to really encourage more young people to come out and really help other young people. We believe that the stories of other young people is going to inspire other young people. And that is what this platform is all about. Now, who is the person that I'm talking about? She is an award-winning leader. She is a speaker and a final year medical student. She has been a guest on Michelle Obama at the White House, won Women in STEM Award by Her Royal Highness Princess Anne. She has recently been selected as 2020 Rising Star in Healthcare, 2019 Top 150 UK Future Leaders, and she has been featured on BBC, ITV, and Channel 5 News, to mention a few. And tonight, she is with T2i TV. Now, who is this person that I'm talking about? She is in the person of Khadija Owusu. Please, Khadija, please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2i TV.
Thank you for having me.
How is your day been like?
It's not too bad. Busy here and there, but it's been okay.
It's been okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Mine has also been okay. Just been doing some few rounds here and there, but I'm back home for this interview because I was looking forward for tonight. And, I know that we're going to have a very good conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, who is Khadija Owusu that I really missed in my introduction?
Who am I? How should I even describe myself? Well, as you said, I am currently in my final year of medical school, which I'll be starting in a couple of weeks' time. I've been in medical school for the past 5 years now, so I've just got a couple more months to go, and then, God willing, I'll officially become Dr. Khadija Owusu. Other than that, you know, I do things here and there, partly run a charity, inspire young people, as you are doing, inspire young people who want to pursue a career in medicine and become doctors, because we know that there are several barriers for those students. Other than that, I engage in other charitable activities, working with a health tech company to sort of bring back quality patient care for patients in Africa, starting off in Nigeria, but we hope to expand soon. As well as other things here and there, but that's my main roles currently. Other than that, I have 2 younger brothers, live in North London, and I'm 23 years old. Yeah.
Wow, that is quite interesting, and that is quite brief. Now, we are going to talk about rising above your potential to do exploits as a young person. Now, tell me about your journey of getting into medical school. How was it? How easy was it? And probably how difficult was it? Because from what I have gathered, it's not easy to penetrate into medical school.
No, you're absolutely right. So getting into medical school in the UK especially is, to be honest, I think in the whole world in general, medicine is a very competitive course and a degree to get onto. And in the UK, it's almost approximately 7 to 10 students that apply for one place. So a lot of people don't end up getting into medical school the first time round. So I went to a state secondary school in North London, Elizabeth Garrett Anderson, which is the school that Michelle Obama went to and formed a relationship with. And from then on, I did my GCSEs. I did quite well, not too bad. And then I was supposed to go to a sixth form in the area, but I was encouraged to apply for a private sixth form in central London. Now, initially, my thoughts were, you know, private sixth form, you know, we can't really afford those tuition fees that they were charging. And so, you know, I was encouraged to apply for the scholarship. You know, why not go ahead, apply and see? I applied. They ended up giving me a 100% scholarship to their sixth form. So I was able to go there. And honestly, it was 2 years, very short to do my A-levels, but it will open my eyes to a lot of things, to see the contrast between state school, but also private education. There you're getting maximum 8 students in your classroom. You're having that one-to-one teacher attention. The quality of teaching is by far amazing as well. So it was good for me to see that contrast and the way they were able to help me with my medicine application, which I was successful with doing so. And I've been at St. George's University of London since then.
Wow. And so St. George's is one of the best in the country and even across the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. Now you've been on several platforms. You've been on ITV, you've been on BBC, Channel 5. You've met Michelle Obama at how do we call it, at the White House. How did this all unfold? How did it start? What did you do for you to really attract them?
Okay, so with regards to Michelle Obama, as that whole experience there, that was mainly in secondary school. So initially when she came, we sort of performed for her. And then a couple of years later, in 2012, March 2012, I remember, the school was given the opportunity to send approximately 10 students out to Washington, DC to visit her, visit the White House, meet so many inspirational females doing amazing things in America. So I was one of the selected girls to go. It was sort of an application process. So you had to be, you had to write about who inspires you and a couple other questions, which I can't really remember. But when I was one of the selected students and we had the opportunity to fly out, all expenses paid, in a nice hotel, visit the White House a couple of times, speak with her, engage with her, met Barack Obama as well as the other amazing ladies there.
Wow, that might be a very exciting experience. And I'm like, wow, that was really good. But it all boils down to your hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, what are some of the barriers that you have really encountered in pursuit of all this, especially with medical school?
Yeah. Barriers encountered, definitely whilst in sort of secondary school, primary school, secondary school, it's quite a common thing amongst Black students in the UK, actually, in terms of their education, teach various subjects. they tend to sort of dampen down your aspirations. They sort of believe, okay, you might not be able to be a doctor. I don't think you're good enough to be a doctor. And this is a common story, a common thing that I still hear to this day when I engage with the young students who want to study medicine. It's saddening, but those were some of the things I did experience in the past. Just some teachers have providing bad wishes upon yourself, but then it's those barriers which you have to sort of see, okay, it's one thing for you to be telling me this or for you to be wishing such badness on me, but I'm going to use that to sort of fuel my energy, fuel my passion to overcome those barriers and essentially make sure that I get my place in medical school and become a doctor in future.
So it's like because of your color, they really want to always redirect your path to certain areas.
Yeah,
I think that can be challenging when your teacher is saying you have to go and do this, and you think you are better than that.
Exactly.
I think some people even get angry to the extent that they really lose the whole plot of trying to really get to where they want to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it just, because you're at such a young age, you then sort of believe and give in to the fact that, okay, maybe, you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't go down that path. And even just speaking with some of the students, and I asked them, okay, so what are your sort of your future aspirations? And I suggest, okay, maybe have you considered medicine? They're always like, no, medicine, that's too hard. I can't be a doctor. People like me aren't doctors. But those are some of the things and some of the stereotypes and changes that we're trying to bring about. And for them to see somebody like me that looks like them, went to the same school, perhaps same sort of education, same upbringing, you can see that if I can do it, then definitely you can too as well.
Yeah, because I think we need more of you then in the system, isn't it? Where we can change certain stereotypes and say that, look, some Black women, Black ladies have been able to venture into these areas. So why not you? Some young Black people, apart from football,
yeah,
they are also engineers and also and I think this dynamic needs to change. So it doesn't mean we need more mentors in the system.
Definitely. Mentorship is a very important aspect towards progression through certain careers that you definitely want to go through. And a lot of students often don't have these mentors available to them, or they just don't know about these sort of things, which is why a lot of the work I do is to try and mentor these students, to provide them with other mentors, even doctors in the profession who want to help out. We get them in contact with these young students. We ensure that they're fully equipped for the application process. Medicine, the application process is very long. It's not like the other degrees available. You've got your personal statement, you then have an interview, you have entrance exams. It's a very long, hard process, and you need somebody to be able to hold your hand and guide you. So it's part of what I do to help these young students move forward.
That really sounds interesting. Do you think young people, especially young Black people, can rise above their potential from racism, stereotyping? It's like they do not amount to anything in education. This has really affected young people, whether in the UK, in diaspora, or in Africa. Do you think young people can rise above their potential?
So I definitely think young people can. But it's all about sort of the mindset and your passion, the drive in which you have in your heart to overcome these challenges, all these barriers that have been set in place, whether it be through racism, discrimination, or the current system that we have is flawed, in a way that Black people aren't essentially rising at the same level as our white counterparts are. So essentially, it is about the drive and the passion to, continue to move forward. A lot of change is happening. We are definitely seeing more young people, especially of African descent, rise above and do amazing things. I know so many young people doing fantastic, phenomenal things out there in various industries. And, within healthcare, we know healthcare, the system is institutionally racist, the discrimination that happens. Even when you're on placement in medical school, some of the doctors that you encounter or you interact with aren't the nicest people in the world. So you definitely yourself, okay, I am here for a reason. I've been put in this place for a particular reason. I've made it. I am fully qualified and I do deserve to have this place, and I do deserve to eventually graduate in my particular field. So just knowing that and being able to sort of not let that dampen down your aspirations or the passion that you may have, that is very key in order for us young people to rise above. But also, as we mentioned before, mentorship. If you see somebody, a Black person that is excelling in their career, why not that Black person give back some of that knowledge to the young person to make sure that, you know, they're continuing their legacy. We keep pushing Black people to the top and rise and form our own institutions to overcome all of this.
You mentioned mindset, and I think it's one of the most critical areas that needs to be looked at. Actually, I've got a book coming up called Mindset Revolution: Re-engineering the Mind from Prison to Purpose. And I think that our mindset needs to change. But what are some of the practical steps that we need to take to change that mindset?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that our mindset needs to change, right? But what are some of the practical steps that do we need to change the mindset of the young people?
Definitely. So I think in order to change mindset, we do definitely need to educate ourselves. Not a lot of us know that the deep-rooted mindset structures that we have as Black people. We definitely need to educate ourselves and the history of the continent of Africa in general to see that this whole sort of shackled mindset whereby we have this sort of barrier being placed upon us, this glass ceiling, runs hundreds of years back, and it's definitely something that needs to be revisited, and people definitely need to delve more deeper into those issues and the history that we have. But once you do delve into the history that has been past, available, what happened and occurred before, you then understand the reason why systems are built the way in which they're built in the countries, for example, here in the UK. And once you do know that, it's about joining forces with other young people or with everyone else of the diaspora, let's say, and sort of overcoming those barriers available and telling yourself, okay, so this is the sort of having that mindset in place and continuing to think like that will not change what has been going on. Instead, we need to divert away from that change and we bring about the change ourselves. We can't sit back and rely on other people to change things for us when it comes to, let's say, racism, discrimination, or Black people not being able to succeed as much. It's definitely something that we need to take on our shoulders. We need to reach out to people who have crossed those barriers, let them educate us, bring us along with them in order to help make things much better for us.
Now, when you look at the system, opportunities, the economy, all these things are things that have been put in place that are sometimes a limitation to our progress. Now, I see a lot of young people giving excuses instead of going and fighting the battle to get what they want. Now, do you think we can continue to give excuses? What can young people do differently? And what did you even do differently for you to get to where you are?
I think, you know, it's gone are the times where you can give excuses. Now, a lot of young people, especially nowadays, are very much sort of drifting into the less work, fast money mindsets, which can be dangerous to an extent because you then don't build up the work ethic. You don't know what it's like to, you know, work hard towards achieving a goal or towards achieving a particular something that you want. And without being able to sort of develop or build those skills in your character, it will have a detrimental effect later on down the line when challenges do present itself to you. And I think me personally, I've always not really had the mindset of developing any excuses. I've always sort of seen the goal, work hard towards it, whether it be exams, in medical school or throughout school before that. I'm very sort of goal focused, work focused in that sense. I'm very disciplined and organized, and those are key skills to have in general. So yeah.
Wow, that really sounds interesting. And you see, as you said, we are becoming like the microwave generation. We just want to put it in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We just enjoy it. But like social media, for example, is
Mm.
really creating a space for all these fast track ways of making money. Like, for example, young people now making money on YouTube, they are making money on Instagram, and some are even becoming millionaires out of it. And these things have really created that mindset that look, it's so easy. And a lot of young people wants to become celebrities because they think that is an easy way to really make the
Mm.
money. Sometimes even becoming a celebrity, you need to have that right mindset, because when you get to the top, the pressures are
Oh,
different when you were at the,
yeah. Mm.
and this kind of stuff is now overwhelming the normal work that you are talking about for people to succeed. Now, how do we separate the two to really make sure that there is an underlying understanding of hard work and success, and also bridging the gap of social media or
Mm.
a fast track way to make money?
Yeah. With the social media craze, it's very difficult, and especially now young children, they're being exposed to it at an even faster rate. Even babies now have mobile phones. They even know how to operate an iPad.
Yes, yes.
And it still surprises me to this day. But it's just in a way it's sad, but then in a way it does show how fast brain development is occurring. You know, when I go to these schools and speak with the kids, you know, some of them are even some girls will come to school, makeup, eyelashes, and I'm just wondering, like, you came here to learn. You didn't come here to be putting on your makeup and coming to school and showing this sort of character. But in a sense, we do have to be careful with social media, because, for example, with YouTube, in order for you to even reach the millionaire point, you have got to put in years and years of work, which YouTubers don't really say. In terms of social media, being an influencer, as they call it, even that, it takes quite a while in order for you to build up that following, and gain those sort of sponsors or monetize off of it. And the hard work and effort that's being put into those sort of career paths is not really portrayed, and so everybody else views it as, oh, okay, all I need to do is sit down in front of a camera and speak, and then I'll get paid, which is not exactly the story. And I think more people need to come out and say, these are the steps in which I took to reach where I particularly got to, and this is how you can also do that. Don't have that mindset or have that wrong impression that it's easy to get to the top, when it's definitely not. And it's definitely important that we need to make sure that young people have realistic thoughts and realistic mindsets when it comes to these things.
Now, discipline, right? Sometimes I live around Croydon area, and when school closes, 3 o'clock, 3:30, you see loads and loads of black boys either chasing a bus, insulting somebody in the bus. And some of these things are really overwhelming. Like, how can this be happening? Like, such young people, there is no discipline. And sometimes you wonder that, how can I find the likes of Khadija? One. Well, what is the underlying problem, and what do you think can be done?
So, even when I'm perhaps going home or from placement and I do see young kids, for example, when you get on the bus and they're always making noise on the bus. I mean, not to say that maybe, back in the day, I was probably one of those girls when you just shout on the bus. But in general, sometimes it does boil down to the fact that they are perhaps bored, or there's no way or no space for them to outlet or to sort of invest their energy in. For example, we know with youth centers in the UK, a lot of cuts are being made when it comes to community centers and youth centers, the investment that is being put into them. And these are crucial areas for our young boys to go to, and to, whether it be develop their creative skills, embark on, some of them like to do sports. How do we create those environments for them in order to flourish, rather than stay outside on the street, end up being in gangs, and next thing you know, one is stabbed on the news, which is saddening to hear. And it's a common thing that happens, especially also in the Ghanaian community. So it's definitely sad, but this is why having mentors is important, because I'm sure if you take one of these boys, take one of these young girls, and you have a conversation with them and you understand, okay, so where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5-10 years time? What are your interests? What is your passion? Is there something that you're particularly passionate about that you want to do in order to change the world or to have your sort of impact? You would definitely find a deep-rooted passion that they have. And it's all about connections. Connect them with somebody that is flourishing in that particular environment, and you will not see that child out there. It's about ensuring that they are kept busy, discipline in the home, but also discipline on the outside as well.
Because I think that there's more that needs to be done, especially when it comes to young Black people. And I believe that the stereotyping is sometimes reflects on the things that they do. And then this has led to unnecessary stop and search, really cost the lives of a lot of young people. Now, do you think that Black's life really matter?
So Black Lives Matter, this whole movement, it's definitely needed. It is definitely something that, of course, it's not new. Black Lives Matter movement has been around, but with the death of George Floyd, it sort of did a 360 and it erupted to the max. And I think it is important because of the fact that Black people, but also our allies, our white counterparts, Asian counterparts who are also on our side, who stood for the Black Lives Matter movement, people just said, no, we're not taking no for an answer. We've had enough. And from that movement, you're seeing all these big brands, institutions, everybody sort of shaking in their boots, thinking, okay, so what can I do for the Black people? How do I increase diversity in our companies or in our businesses? So off of that movement, a lot of change has been happening. Conversations are being made, but of course, importantly, we need to see action. And in healthcare, especially, that is something that we are working towards. We've, have had conversations with media, with the British Medical Association, into carrying out work that ensures our universities, our medical schools are teaching diverse curriculum, ensuring that we know how certain conditions present in, for example, Black people, in Asian people, and ensuring that those changes are made there.
Yeah, because I think you were on Channel 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
About the BMA Charter on Racism in Medicine. So you want to tell me there's racism in the medical school?
Oh yeah, definitely. Even from the content that we learn. So it even just dawned on me a couple months ago that, let's say there is a particular condition on, let's say there's a particular rash, and you show me the image of the rash on a white baby, for example, I'll be able to tell you what that is. But if you present that to me on darker skin, on a Black skin, Asian skin, I'm going to struggle a bit. And that's how you know that there is a problem in the education that we're being taught. Everything is shown on white skin, but we know that in the NHS, we serve a diverse community. The NHS workforce itself is made up of a diverse community. Without those people, the NHS, I'm sorry, wouldn't really exist, So just looking at the curriculum in that sense, we are sort of being whitewashed. In addition to that, when you are on your clinical placements, getting the work experience in, a lot of the colleagues, consultants, don't necessarily have the nicest personalities. Some of them are racist, outright racist. Some of them are, might give microaggressions. So the subtle comments that you shouldn't be saying that, but because it's so subtle, you sort of feel empowered to say that. So those are examples of what is happening, to say the least. And so the BMA released a charter for universities to sign. We're still getting more universities to sign. It is quite difficult to do so, but some of them are slowly catching on, and it's got sort of policies and solutions and ways in which to make sure that your university or your medical school is anti-racist.
That sounds great, and I think these are some of the things that needs to be addressed. I can see you are very bold in terms of some of the things, because I've watched some of your interviews, and I can see that you are really bold. But the way you express yourself and you come across with the way you present things, it makes it difficult for people to attack you, isn't it?
You could say that.
Yeah, because I think you articulate it so well, such that though some people might find it difficult to express certain things, you know, sometimes choice of words, the way
Yeah.
you phrase things, the way you present it, it
Yeah.
can be challenging for some people because if you are not careful, you can easily make a mistake and people can take it in a different way. But
Yeah.
you always bring it in a simpler but more constructive way that really makes sense that it makes people difficult to say, oh, look, you are not saying the right thing or you've been racist or you've been that. But I think that is very kudos to you. Now, what do you think the future holds for the young people in diaspora, whether in Africa?
I think the future is definitely bright. Even now, so many amazing things, as I said, are happening. And another additional thing on top of that is that a lot of young people are now looking back home. They're looking, okay, so how can I invest in Africa? How can I invest in Ghana? How can I help people back home? How do I take the knowledge and the skills that I've gained here, go back home and sort of make a difference where it truly counts? And it's definitely heartwarming that a lot of young people, including myself, have such thoughts with regards to that. Because, you know, at the end of the day, let's say in my case, as a doctor in the UK, if I leave, I'm easily replaceable in this NHS. You can find somebody tomorrow and fill that job in. But knowing that when I go back home to Ghana, for example, and being a doctor there I'll be more valued in the sense that, okay, it's more difficult to find a doctor to replace, knowing that your skills, you've been trained abroad, for example, knowing that you're bringing back good skills and able to help, you're definitely more valued there. And plus it's your home country, so you know. But definitely a lot of young people, I have various friends that are thinking about investing back home, eventually moving back home. Lots of young people are setting up amazing things in Africa as well. So definitely the future is very, very bright.
Why do you think that movement of young people in diaspora looking back to Africa? For example, I've been to Ghana several times, like 2 or 3 times just within the last 1 year. And I meet young people like yourself who are running businesses, who are doing fantastic into tourism. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And it's like, sometimes I find it so fascinating that all those over there are running to Europe.
Yeah.
You guys that have been born in here are running coming home. Why this movement?
I think definitely the spark has come more, especially after the what was it called? The year of the return. Now people are sort of portraying Africa, the continent, in a much brighter light. It's no longer the poor children that you see that are always hungry and we almost need to donate to Africa. Now, it's not to say that that still doesn't exist, but the narrative is sort of changing. Everybody is sort of starting to believe that, okay, you know what, it's more than just Africa, the continent, but it's also home. And it's also the fact that there are various opportunities that are available back home for you, where you will be more valued, where you'll essentially be making a greater difference. And also just knowing that in the next couple of years, next 10, 15, 20 years, Africa, the continent, is going to be one of the major ones, one of the giants, essentially. And so people knowing that are definitely is drawing them back.
Because sometimes when I see that, I get more inspired and I'm like, wow. And it's like they are not even looking back, coming back to the UK or to the America. They are not looking back. It's like they've left. And if they are going back, they rather go on holiday.
It's true. I mean, why would you want to come back and stay in this weather? First of all, the weather is the problem. So yeah, definitely.
Wow. How do you manage your time?
Oh, I get asked this question so many times. I definitely keep a diary. I like to prioritize anything that pops up for me, whether it be an interview, a meeting, or a conversation. Then I definitely make a note of when and what time that is. But yeah, it is difficult balancing that with medical school as well, but I make it work.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. Because I was just asking this question because I looked at some of the works that you are doing and considering being at the medical school.
Yeah.
So I always tell people that to be in a medical school, you are going to look after human beings, not, sorry to say, animals, right?
Mhm.
Though animals are still valuable, but there is more attachment to it.
Oh yeah.
You must invest your time because you cannot experiment on humans.
Mm-mm.
So I just wondering how you are able to excel with your medical school and still manage so many projects that you are having. It is quite interesting. I think there is a lot into in terms of your time management than what you have told us.
No, honestly, it does boil down to just making sure that I organize my time. And so now I'm off, medical school. So I've been able to dedicate more time to the other projects. But let's say when I'm more busy on medical school, during medical school, um, that is definitely my number one priority, because at the end of the day, it's a degree that I am paying for. It's a degree that I must see to finish, because 6 years is not a short time. People usually go in for 3 years and out, but 6 years is it's not a joke. And 6 years because I did an extra degree in between. So working towards eventually completing that degree is definitely my top priority, ensuring that I'm doing the best that I can, building my portfolio in terms of the medical aspect is definitely a priority on that front. And then any time that I do have spare, I can dedicate to the other projects, depending on which has the highest priority. But yeah, it's also all about studying smart.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't need to spend hours and hours. You don't need to stay up all night, not sleep, or sleep in the library. It's about studying smart.
It's about studying smart, and I think people will come for the logbook for studying smart. Yes. Do you ever have this people telling you that, look, you are a lady, you are a woman, you need to slow down your pace, you are really trying to do what men can do? Do you get certain comments like that it's like you look at and your shoulder and look at what? Do you get such comments?
I don't tend to get those comments, actually. Yeah, not really.
That's good then. Then it means that you need to keep going because like, no one can stop you. Yes, tell me about your charity works.
So yes, Melanin Medics, originally set up by a very good friend of mine as a blog, and then we sort of have expanded it to what it is now today, 3 years later. We are essentially a charity, registered charity dedicated to supporting diversity in medicine, widening aspirations, as well as accelerating those career goals. So we cater towards our aspiring medics, so children from as young as in year 2, so about 6-7 years old. We engage with them all the way through to year 13, so just before you're about to go to university, where we are helping you with your application. So that's for our aspiring medics. We have our medical students network. So within medical school, we want to ensure that our Black medical students are empowered. They know what is out there, what being a doctor entails, the various specialties, how to build your portfolio, and how to build your skills, as well as our doctors currently in the NHS. We provide support for them as well.
Wow, that sounds quite interesting. And I think it's a very good thing you are doing because and a lot of these young people probably, as you said, they think that look, going to medical school is too difficult. And you coming into the picture to tell them that look, it's possible. We are here to guide you, we are here to support you with your application. I think it's going to encourage more Black people to really enter into medical school And I think it's not only in medical school. We want more of them to be engineers, more of them to be lawyers, to be entrepreneurs. And I think it's one sector that you have really started paving the pace, paving the way for others to join you. And I think, what should we see Khadija Owusu the next 10 years?
Next 10 years, I will have a lot of experience practicing as a doctor. That's number one. So whichever field I decide to go into, definitely being a senior doctor in that field. Also seeing the charity Melanin Medics at doing amazingly well, supporting thousands of young people in the UK. Also continuing to inspire and having an impact on young people in the UK, Africans in the diaspora, but also young people back home in Africa. I definitely want to establish a practice back home in Ghana, caring for patients as well. And yeah, keeping on working hard, I guess.
Anytime you want to go to Ghana, just let me know. I will use my small contacts to support you.
You know, I'm actually supposed to be in Ghana right now.
Wow.
Right now. But of course, coronavirus, I've had to push things. But what can we do?
Yes, coronavirus will not stay forever. It's just a traffic. It's just a traffic. It will ease over time. Yeah, I've been enjoying this discussion, and it's been wonderful having you. And then I know that a lot of young people that are watching with us or watch this later, they are also going to enjoy this powerful discussion. But before I go, let me do some mention of our sponsors. Train to Inspire Consultancy is the one powering all our TV programs. That is your business training and consulting firm, and that is for all your business startup, business development, and helping you to strategically position yourself in the marketplace. P&Q Personnel, your number one agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. Your web or graphic design, app development, and for all your social media management, go to Kudu Support. I've been having Khadija Owusu. I say the woman that wears many hats. And she's doing amazingly well as a medical student and really inspiring other young people. What do you have to tell any young person that is watching you tonight?
Any young person watching me tonight, I definitely want to say that you should keep going. Any barrier, any glass ceiling that comes your way, definitely do not see that as a stop sign, but rather see it as a pause. Reflect on your ways in which you should overcome those challenges. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help. And keep working hard, keep going towards your dreams and striving for excellence.
Keep going and keep working hard to achieve excellence. And that is Khadija Owusu, who's been our guest for Step Out Youth Impact Zone, the TV show dedicated for young people between the ages of 12 to 30 years. And the aim is to help them to share their stories to the world, because we have left our stories to be shared by other people. Now it's time for us to share our own stories. And that is what this platform is all about. If you are watching us for the first time, for us to grow this platform, we cannot do it by ourselves. Just go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, T2i TV, or like our Facebook page, T2i TV. Also, you can share this discussion to your friends and family for them to have a watch. Why? Because we want to tell our own stories in our own words. We are stopping reading the history that was written by other people that we didn't even have a clue what they were really writing about. But this is our own. This is our own Khadija sharing her own story. And I believe this is not going to be the last time you'll be on this show. You'll be coming from time to time to really tell us how things are going.
Definitely.
It's been wonderful having you. And
thank you for having me.
Yes. And for all those that really took your time to watch us, I want to say God richly bless you and see you guys on Thursday. On Thursday, I've got ZPay Ghana Limited, their chief operating officer to come on a Step Out SME Focus to come and talk to us about their product remittance. And it's going to be an amazing discussion. So please don't change the dial. Thursday, 7 p.m. GMT or 8 p.m. UK time. We will be here. Don't change the dial, and God richly bless you. And I just want to wish my missus a happy birthday as well. Tomorrow is her birthday, and I want to wish her all the best in life. So stay blessed, and God richly bless you. Thank you very much, Khadija, for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2i TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2i TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2i TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.